Welcome to the Bentley Systems training course where you will learn how to design steel connections using RAM Connection Standalone. RAM Connection Standalone is used for the design and detailing of steel connections. It can design individual shear, moment, brace, splice, and truss connection types to a variety of different steel design codes. In this series of videos, we will be focusing our attention on the steel connection workflow for designing gusset connections for a variety of different vertical bracing situations. The different vertical brace joints that we have available in RAM Connection Standalone include the column beam brace joint, the vertical X brace joint, a chevron brace, and also a column base with a gusset connection. Each of these different joints have different column, beam, and brace sections that are permitted to be used in that connection type, and several of these particular joints can also support seismic provisions. We will now turn our attention to a RAM Connection Standalone application, where, as you can see, we've already modeled several joints that will require a gusset connection. For this particular video, we're going to be focusing on joint number 3, which is a vertical X brace joint. When you're ready to start your connection design process, select the Design tab in the ribbon toolbar, followed by the Assign icon. Now what you're going to notice is that through the connection assignment dialog, the program's already going to set your filters according to the type of joint that you already have selected. For this example, that would be a vertical bracing joint of a vertical X brace. You're also going to notice that the Smart Connection option is selected by default. All gusset connections within RAM Connection Standalone are considered smart connections. That being said, there's only one configuration option for a vertical X brace, so I'll go ahead and select that template and click on the Assign icon. Once the connection assignment is complete, I'll go ahead and click Close. Now in the joint selection area, I should be able to now see the status of the connection design. For this particular joint, I can see that my interaction ratio is less than 1.0, and it is in green, indicating that this is a passing connection design and no warnings were encountered through this process. Now, even though this design passed all code checks, I still want to take a look at my connection pad and see if there's any parameters I want to customize per my detailing requirements. To do that, I can select the Design tab of the ribbon toolbar and click on the Edit icon. Here, I'm going to select the Gusset option in the pull-down menu. With each joint, you can review the connection pad information after the connection is assigned. Here we're going to notice that the gusset information can be customized, as well as the interface to each of the 4 braces in a vertical X brace joint. Here I can see the thickness and material of my gusset plate, and if I wanted to customize how the braces are being attached to the gusset, I can go ahead and select each interface. You can see here it came up with a bolted connection by default, but I could switch to a welded connection if I prefer. For this particular exercise, I'm going to go ahead and keep the default bolted configuration that the program determined during the connection design process. Now before I leave the connection pad, I'm going to also take a look at my steel connection report. Here I'll be able to see all of the design checks and geometric considerations that were evaluated during the connection design process. Lastly, I can select the DXF tab in the connection pad to review the DXF drawing. From here, I can export this DXF and I can customize the layers. Now, had I made any changes to this particular connection, I would want to click the Save icon to save those changes to this joint after I exit this area. For this particular exercise, I didn't make any changes, so I can just close out of the connection pad and then save my overall model. At this point, this concludes my process for assigning a gusset connection to a vertical X-brace joint in RAM connection standalone.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.